buttons. I did not read any instructions because I want to see how intuitive it is to use, and the power button is on the top right. There we go, we got the Surface logo and name. Tablet's powering up. So we've got some options for my display language. I think I'm going to reposition the camera a little bit and see if I can get you a better viewing angle on this. This is my first unboxing, so please be courteous in your comments. So we're going to select English as our language. Click Next. I'm going to read those license terms. You should. Although, if you don't, you can't use the device, so kind of defeats the purpose. I'm going to leave the color setting, and I'm going to be a little bit extra blue. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Surface. Very original. Keys have a good feel to it, very wide. I've got some wireless connections. Sorry, going off screen to type in password. Come to the office anytime, and the password is all yours. Screen is very nice to touch, very nice to type on. More so than I expected. Alright, it's connecting to my network, and now we're back to some additional settings. I'm going to do the customize, I'm just going to do the express settings because this is just a demo. Alright, sign into the PC, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put my password and username in here. For those that didn't know, the tablet, or I should say Windows 8, can connect to a Windows Live password just like Google's Android and the Apple iPad. So both Apple and Google and now Microsoft have devices that will connect via a password that is internet-based and not just local to the computer, which could be helpful for password resets, but also for synchronization across multiple devices. I have a Windows 8 phone, as well as some other Windows 8 devices here in my office. I'm just answering the security questions and logging in, so I apologize that you're not seeing this, but being the IT guy, I better be good on security, or at least try. So now it's creating my account. Hopefully you can see that. Which means all it's doing is logging into the Windows Live system, and it's connecting the settings and profile and information that I've said could be synchronized across my devices. It's doing with this device, with the Surface. So that was fairly simple. Now we've got a hi. Well, we're getting things ready. Check out the new way to use Windows. So we're getting a little tutorial here. If I hold it with two hands, and I can swipe in from any edge. So I've seen this tutorial a few times. I would suggest it's helpful if you've never used a Windows 8 device to watch this little tutorial. Going over where you can also use your mouse. So you can use Windows 8 with a keyboard and a mouse, but for my money, having a touchscreen makes the experience a lot more enjoyable, but also for me gives you a reason to get Windows 8. If you're not interested in the touchscreen, I would strongly stay with Windows 7 until Microsoft doesn't allow you to do that anymore. I understand some vendors aren't selling the Windows 7 CALs, the licenses anymore. You get a downgraded version of Windows 8 to Windows 7. So That's at least a plus because you can move to Windows 8 at some point. It says this will take a few minutes. So far the process has been relatively pain-free, a lot quicker than previous versions. Those of us that remember, let's go all the way back to Windows 3 or Windows 1 when it was DOS and then there was an overlay. I'm sure the commenters will correct me on that, but up to Windows 95 and 98, ME 2000, what a pain to install. I wonder why so many IT companies existed back then. Took you half a day to get the job done. With Windows 7 and Windows 8, at least the process is relatively painless and somewhat easy, also somewhat automated. We installed Windows 8 on a HP Slate 500, and everything but the touchscreen, the driver for the touchscreen, installed properly. So that was pretty good. Previous Windows 7 installations have also been, so that's not bad. I think what are we, 10 minutes into it? There's my picture. I really hate that picture. So 10 minutes into it and I'm all ready to go. And now I can slide back and forth. It's added some icons for me that I've used. It's already synchronized my account here for my pictures. It's added my SkyDrive information. So this is good. So I'm just going to click the power button once to put the unit into a sleep mode, and I'm going to show you some of the items. On the very bottom you've got the power connection there. You've also got a raised area for heat dissipation. You've got one USB port. You've got your rocker for your volume control, speaker jack. Continuing back around, you got your microphone port, and there's your power button. And then, folks, I'm not sure what that port is. We're going to check that out. And then you've got your, where you actually plug your power in. I'm sorry, I said this is a power port here at the bottom. This is actually the dock for the keyboard. So let's put the keyboard on. Wow, look at that. Snap right to it. Let me try that again. That was pretty incredible. Ready? Snap. Look at that. That just snapped right on. And I'm going to turn it back on, the Surface that is, and then I'm going to close the keyboard and it's supposed to turn the Surface off. I'm going to peek in there. See, is it really off? Really is off. So there you go. This is the Microsoft Surface 128 with the touch type screen, or keyboard. Sorry folks. And well, that's it. Thank you for watching.